Hello and welcome to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Coming up, action taken by the Washington County Board of Supervisors is still unclear after a closed session Tuesday morning, and the new year has brought a new moms group to the Mount Pleasant area. But first, we have some news on one of the two certainties in life: taxes. Retirees in Iowa will no longer have to pay taxes on their retirement income starting January 1st, 2023, following the signing of House File 2317 into law on March 1st, 2022. The legislation excludes individual retirement plans, IRAs, employee pensions such as IPERS, Roth conversion income, 401ks, and ESOP distribution from taxation. To qualify for this exclusion, our residents must be at least 55 years old on December 31st of the taxed year. They also may be disabled or be a surviving spouse or survivor with insurable interest of someone who would have qualified. The change is expected to keep more retirees in Iowa as the state competes with places like Texas and Florida that do not have an income tax. Representative Jeff Shipley stated the goal of the legislation was to provide tax relief to those who needed it most, particularly elderly individuals with fixed or limited incomes. Representative Taylor Collins added that the state has actually seen growth in revenue despite the reduction from lower taxes, and that more changes to Iowa's tax code are anticipated in the future, particularly regarding property taxes. On Tuesday morning, the Washington County Board of Supervisors held a closed session to discuss imminent or current litigation. After approximately 45 minutes, members of the public were allowed to return to the meeting, where Supervisor Stan Stoops made a motion to direct counsel as directed in closed session. When asked about the motion during the meeting, Stoops declined to clarify his intent, stating that the legal counsel had instructed him not to comment further. Third-party legal consultants from the firm Hopkins and Hubner were present at the closed session. This firm was hired by a county several months ago to address issues at the ambulance service. Last time Hopkins and Hubner representatives attended a closed session for litigation matters, the meeting resulted in a paid suspension for the ambulance department's then director, Jeremy Peck. State law requires that government motions and votes be made in public sessions, but does not specify transparency requirements for these motions. Our Freedom of Information Council Executive Director Randy Evans stated that this matter falls into a legal gray area, and that it is not uncommon for decision makers to disclose details about their actions at a later time. The Washington County auditors and attorneys' offices did not immediately respond to public record requests related to the motion made on Tuesday morning. Tamara Zetchin and Amy Bly, two mothers in the Mount Pleasant area, have started a new moms group called Mom Cafe. The group will provide fellowship and snacks for mothers in the community to connect with one another, share their experiences, and offer support and encouragement. The first meeting will be held on Monday, January 9th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the St. Alphonsus Church, and will take place on the second Monday of every month going forward. Child care will not be provided, but the group is open to mothers at any stage of their journey, whether they are new to motherhood or have been mothers for several years. Zetchin and Bly were inspired to start the group after participating in other moms groups in the Mount Pleasant area and experiencing the positive impact that these groups can have on mothers' mental health and well-being. Zetchin personally experienced postpartum depression after the birth of her son and found support and encouragement from other mothers in a mom's group. The group was also instrumental in supporting Zetchin and her family after the loss of their second child, who was stillborn. The Washington Public Library is launching Mental Health Mondays, a weekly program for children in grades 7 through 12 from January 9th to February 13th. The hour-long class, led by youth service librarian Janessa Harris, will teach students important strategies for maintaining their mental health and well-being. Harris received training for the program from the Iowa State Extension Office and will use a provided curriculum to lead activities and discussions focused on mindfulness and stress management. The program is being held at the library due to its safe and welcoming atmosphere, as well as the strong relationships that Harris has formed with the community's teens. The program will take place on Mondays from 4 to 5 p.m. and is open to up to 15 participants. Interested individuals can register by contacting the library or signing up through the library's website. The program is being offered in response to the increasing need for mindfulness techniques among young people facing the challenges of the rapidly changing world and the impact of social media and the internet, as well as the recent loss of a minor in the community to suicide. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll have the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have the 5-day forecast coming up, but first, obituaries. Mary Roth Hipp of Packwood passed away on January 1st at the age of 88. A celebration of life will be held in June. Cranston Family Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Richard Arnold Lee of Washington passed away on January 2nd at the age of 77. A celebration of life will be held at 1:40 p.m. January 6th at the Marion Avenue Baptist Church. Margaret Ann Ellingson of Washington passed away on December 30th at the age of 84. Memorial service will be held at 11 a.m. January 21st at First Evangelical Lutheran in Kenyon. Michelson's Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. That was obituaries. It is now time for the weather.
The weather is brought to you by Jacqueline Ariola, LLC.
Come visit Jackie in her new location downtown. She is ready to serve Washington and the surrounding community. Starting today, we can expect a high of 33 degrees and a low of 19 degrees. The skies will be cloudy for most of the day. Tomorrow, the temperature will stay relatively the same with a high of 36 degrees and a low of 24 degrees. However, the skies will be partly cloudy. On Saturday, the high will be slightly warmer at 37 degrees with a low of 26 degrees. There's a 50% chance of precipitation with snow in the morning and rain in the afternoon. Sunday, we'll have cloudy skies in the morning, but they are expected to clear up in the afternoon. The high will be 36 degrees and the low will be 22 degrees. Finally, on Monday, we can expect partly cloudy skies and a slightly warmer temperature with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 28 degrees. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the rundown of local boys and girls basketball games from this week. Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September or so and says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656. Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
On Tuesday night, the number 4 Waco Warriors defeated Louisa Muscatine 66-33. The Warriors dominated each quarter with Hunter Hughes leading the way with 21 points. Columbus also earned a victory, defeating Highland 78-55. Grant Watson led Columbus with 21 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals, while Timothy Hills and Daniel Martinez added 17 and 14 points respectively. Highland was led by Logan Bonebreak with 14 points. In other action, Kyoto narrowly defeated Montezuma 67-62. Evan Vitito scored 16 points for Kyoto, while Cole Kindred and Billy Kindred added 15 and 14 points respectively. Sheraton and Cardinal needed overtime to determine a winner, with Sheraton coming out on top 73-63 in the final game of the night. West Liberty defeated Van Buren County 33-28. Despite a strong third quarter by Van Buren, West Liberty was able to hold on for the victory. In girls basketball action on Tuesday night, Columbus upended Highland 52-48 in a close game. The Wildcats erased a fourth quarter deficit to come out on top. Ariana Vergara led Columbus with 14 points, while Victoria Howell added 12 points. Arcela Garza chipped in with 9 points and 11 rebounds. Waco also earned a victory, defeating Louisa Muscatine 38-19. Ella Kissel led the way for Waco with 14 points, while Grace Coble and Emma Wagler added 10 and 6 points respectively. Montezuma had a dominant performance, defeating Kyoto 68-17. The Eagles struggled to keep up with a one-loss Montezuma team. Also in sports news, Washington and Mount Pleasant Live will be live streaming the upcoming wrestle meet between Washington and Mount Pleasant next Thursday, January 12th. That can be found on the Washington Live and Mount Pleasant Live Facebook pages, as well as the Washington Live YouTube channel, which I assume is how you are watching this. That was the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This has been your news break, and I will see you next time.